Okay, so we're going to do some mud mugs. I mean mud faces. So what you need is you need some rocks, maybe some bits of wood and some leaves. I've got a bit of mud here and some water in a bowl and a big log. Now you can be as creative as you want. You can use a log, you can use a tree and use anything else that you find outside that's natural. You don't have to use what I've got here. You can be as creative as you want, but you will need some tissue or an old towel because we're definitely going to get muddy. Now the first step is to mix some mud with some water. Now this is going to be really messy, so just get your hands in. And now I've got my mud, I'm going to mix it up to make a nice muddy solution. I think I probably need more mud. I might have to do some digging. Quite nice to feel the mud, it's quite clayey. That's getting better. You might want to use some grass to make it a bit thicker. Maybe nearly there. Just a bit more mud. I think that's looking good now. So I'm going to get really muddy and I'm going to use my hands to make the face on the log. Now we're going to use this to stick all of our bits on, so we need to really put it on quite thick. Now I'm thinking this will be my face up here, but I'm also going to want to stick some things down here. So I'm going to put some mud there as well. Now I think that's enough for now. So I'm going to start off with a nose, and I think I'm going to use this piece of wood for my nose. Now these I think look a little bit like eyebrows, so I'm going to use these as eyebrows. Maybe some angry eyebrows. And I think this would be quite good as some hair. So use that up here. And I'm going to use the mud to stick it into to keep it down. Might even use a little bit more mud to make sure it sticks down. Okay, lastly, I'm going to use these little rocks that I've collected around here, because I think this looks like a bit of a mouth. Now things might blow around if it's windy, but once it's dry, they should stay in position. I'm using the mud wet as kind of like the glue, and then hopefully when it's dry it'll keep the hair in place. So lastly I just need to clean off my hands a little bit before I wash them properly in the sink. But this is our mud face. Now I want you to be as creative as possible and send in your pictures onto our Facebook group. And also the idea is that we leave it to dry and then maybe we return in a couple of weeks, maybe we do it on our local walk and we see how it's doing. So I hope you enjoyed that activity and I hope your hands are dirtier than mine. I want you to think about, how did the mud feel in your hands? Was it cold? Was it warm? Did it feel gritty? Did it get under your nails and make you feel dirty? And how did you feel about that? Was you okay getting dirty, or did it make you feel a bit uncomfortable? It can be quite nice, you know, a lot of our life is spent indoors at the moment, maybe playing on games, and it's quite nice to get outside in nature and get a bit closer to nature. So I hope you enjoyed that, but if you didn't, that's fine. Maybe try again, try and get your hands a bit muddy and see if you're more comfortable with it next time.